Hi guys, my name is Hannah Christian and I'm going to talk to you about the evolution of the iPhone, okay? So, most of us have smartphones, right? Okay, some of us have flip phones still, that's okay. And the most popular smartphone is known as the iPhone. Most of us know what an iPhone is, what it looks like, but do you know about the first iPhone, the middle-ish iPhone, and the latest iPhone, okay? You're gonna find out today what that is, okay? So, the first iPhone we're going to talk about is the iPhone 1 or iPhone 2G. The 2G will come in a little bit later, but for now, we're just gonna wait until we get there, okay? So, as said by Steve Jobs, this was the reinvention of the phone at the time, okay? So, it took 2.5 years to develop, and that was kept hidden, okay? It was said to be an iPod, but like an iPod, but not, okay? So it had phone features, so it was an iPhone, obviously. It was introduced in January 9th, 2007, so 13 years ago. That's quite a while ago, but we've had a long time to grow and progress, okay? So the price was $499 just for the iPhone 1, and that was only for 4 gigabytes of storage, okay? Think about how much gigabytes we have today. We have a lot more gigabytes on our phone than that first iPhone did, okay? The 8 gigabyte iPhone 1 or iPhone 2G was said to be $599, okay? So the first 30 hours this phone was sold on June 29th came out with 270,000 iPhones sold. Okay, that is a lot of iPhones, okay? So it was obviously a pretty big hit. And some fun features included it could play music, you could browse the internet, and it was small, like an iPod, but phone features, okay? So a couple physical features included a display of 3.5 inches, so not that big, but it could still have the same buttons as most phones do. So it had the power button, the volume buttons, and a home button, which was kind of new because the whole thing was touchscreen, so you needed a home button, okay? It had a 2 megapixel camera, which is pretty nice at the time. It also had a touch screen, okay? So the touch screen was the 3.5-inch display. Not very big, but still pretty good. Technological features included it could connect to Wi-Fi and 2G connections, cellular connections. It had iTunes on it, so you could listen to iTunes and your music whenever you wanted. It had a 2.0 Bluetooth version, so that was the latest version at the time, and a virtual keyboard, which was something that needed to get used to, and that all was provided by Benzinga Newswire's source. Okay, so now we're going to skip a little bit farther to the middle versions of the iPhone, okay? So that is the iPhone 5S, which I have right here, okay? The 5S came out with the 5C as well, and it had more modern features than the most recent iPhone at that time. And it came out in September 2013, and it was a little bit less expensive than the first iPhone, actually, with $199 to $399. So it depended on the price with the amount of storage you got. And there was 9 million of the 5Cs and 5Ss sold in the first weekend of the sales, okay? So it had a cool new feature that no other iPhone had, and that was called the new Touch ID. It was faster, and it still had the same display as the 5, okay? It has the same buttons, so it has the power button, the volume buttons, and the home button, okay? The charging port is a little bit different than the iPhone 1 was. The iPhone 1 was a lot wider. This one's a lot smaller and easier to handle. It has a 4-inch screen, so a little bit bigger than the iPhone 1 or 2G. It came in the colors gold and space gray, which space gray is the one that I have. See? And it has a front and back camera. So there's the front, and then there's the back. See the back camera right there? Okay, so some technological features included Touch ID. So Touch ID was basically you put your thumbprint on the home button to unlock the phone, and it scans your thumbprint and you unlock the phone. You don't have to slide, you don't have to enter a passcode, so a lot easier and faster to get into your phone, okay? And it was more like secure than just the passcode because it's your actual thumbprint. It's said to be 6 times faster than the 4S and the longest battery at the time, and a bigger lens, bigger camera lens, okay? That information was all provided by Macworld, okay? So now we're going to skip ahead a little bit farther to the newest iPhone, and that is the iPhone 11, okay? So the iPhone 11 came out with the 11 Pro and Pro Max, okay? It was said to have a boosted battery life. It has a double camera. We're going to be specifically talking about the iPhone 11 because that's what I have. It has a double camera or ultra wide camera. It's a little bit more on the expensive side as well, but it's still, you get what you pay for. So it came out in September 20th, 2019, so not even a year ago. It was $699, which was the same price point as the XS and XS Max, okay? Which was the version before this, okay? This phone alone, with the 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, made Apple approximately $12 million, okay, whenever it sold, and that was only like the first month, okay? So, and this made the Apple market above $1 trillion, okay? That's a lot of money. And according to the Business Insider on October 30th, 2019, it was the most valuable company in the world, okay? That might have changed now, but that's still a lot of money, okay? Some features include it has a glass back, okay? And obviously glass front. It has the double camera, obviously, and Face ID. So, the all glass is a new thing that iPhone brought back from a few years ago. It comes with 6 different colors. There's red, green, yellow, white, black, and obviously purple, okay? It has a 6.1 inch screen, and compared to the XR, it has additional an hour of battery, okay? And a couple other fun features include the slow motion selfie and night mode for all your night picture taking needs, okay? And that was provided by Twice Source, okay? It's called Twice. Now you should know more about the iPhone 1, the 5S, and the iPhone 11, okay? So the iPhone 1 was this little tiny 3.5 phone, smaller than this, and now it's this huge 6-inch screen, almost double the size, and way better features with this phone. And you can definitely see how much iPhone has grown over the years from 2007 to 2019. And so what do you think about the iPhone evolution? Do you think it's great? Do you think they could have done more? Or do you think it's really good? I think it's really good. Thanks.